Welcome to Free Life Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on? Shonda, Crystals and Paint, Sally, we got Andrew, we got Sarah, we got Bartman. What's going on, everybody? We got a couple of people joining us today. Thank you for hanging out. It is Saturday night. We're feeling all right. We're doing more streaming. We're doing some streaming because that is what we do around here. I'm just saying. That is what we kind of do. You know, we've gotten in the habit of it. I had to say, Crystals and Paint, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see what kind of things we can get into today. General for October. Let's see how that is going to go. Oh, we got Christina coming in with the $10. Thank you, Christina. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Let's see if we can get this YouTube thing going. We're going to click there. We're going to copy that and we're going to paste that here, I think, and get the scan thing going. There we go. All right. General for October. Let's see how it's going to go. By going to the Tarot Tower and seeing what we can get into with the Tarot Tower, because it is a Tarot Tower and it must be used. It must be Tarot. Anna K? It's been a minute. It has been a minute since we have gotten the Anna K out and just thrown it down. Just thrown it down and see what kind of things this thing comes up with. Because, I mean, this has been the mainstay of the channel. Like the first 3 years of the channel, it has been the mainstay of the channel, the Anna K Tarot. And so we got the original one from Anna K over there, you know, across the pond. And pretty excited about that. And we have been using it ever since. This is held up pretty good. I mean, this is what, 10 years old, at least 10 years old, and it's still holding up pretty good. I've used this at least 3-4 times a week for 10 years, and it still looks new. It still looks kind of new. I mean, if I just said, hey, this is new, you'd be like, yeah, that looks kind of new. But that is how it, I mean, you know, that's quality. That's quality. You don't really see today, but I wish you did. But oh well, rant over. Anyway, Jen for October, the Devil, and the Ten of Swords. It does feel like we're running into some end of the bad influences. I think that we've had some things come up that are bad influences that have guided us maybe in a direction that we didn't want to go, that have pulled us in to sort of, you know, that direction that we're sort of challenged, we're not ready for. Maybe there's something we just weren't prepared for, we didn't want to deal with and whatnot. Paula, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? But it feels like that's coming to an end. We got Ten of Swords with the Devil. You are looking at some bad influences. You are looking at some things that are in there that you sort of needed to get rid of. And I think maybe you've been trying to get rid of for a little bit. It does feel like you're going to be able to finally shake that off. Isabel, thank you for joining us on the stream. What's going on? The 10 next to the Knight also says this is a conclusion and a beginning as well. I think you're talking about the new job. I think you're talking about some things where we can finally get out of the COVID thing. We can go out. We can make new friends. We can see what is going on around there, kind of thing as well. It feels like October is going to be a little more saturated with things to do, places to be, exciting things that are happening. I think moreover, I think a lot of things that you've been trying to get done are going to be able to get done. The reason I say that is because the Ten of Swords into the night, it's almost like rain, right? Rain will clean up the air and make it smell better, to clean up the streets. It washes everything away, and it overall just cleans things quite a bit. It just feels like that is kind of where it is in October. Things are getting cleansed. Things are getting moving. Things are getting more exciting. And it definitely sort of, it more feels like I know what direction to go. I know what direction to go rather than things being pulled just indiscriminately, right? KD, welcome to the stream. What's going on? Ace of Pentacles with a Knight. It feels like monetarily you're in for more money. I think we're making more money. I think we have more money coming in. I think there is a focus on money. I think that's going to be important as it goes through. So I think you're going to be getting more income, either with the new job or with some projects, some hobbies and whatnot. I would also encourage you to start selling paintings. I think if you post paintings for sale, some of your paintings that have been there that you're kind of interested to sell, that they are going to sell. I think October is the month to do that, right? We can create something that will sell. We can create that, right? The Ace of Pentacles, beginning of making more money, making money in a different type of field with that. Anyway, at least that's what the tarot says. At least that with the tarot, some days the tarot says it, some days the tarot doesn't say it, but today this tarot says it indeed, as I see going in here. What is going on? All right, we got Christina coming in for a general. Jen, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, let's do Christina with a general and see what kind of things we can get into with that. I think for Christina, we can do the oak, ash, and thorn. I think the oak, ash, and thorn would be not a thorn in our side today. Would it be an actual thorn? It could be. I don't know. Anyway, let's find out what is going on with all of that. Daylight savings time change yet? Yeah, we do have it in a little bit, right? Yeah, we got to wait for a bit before we hop into the daylight savings time. So fall back. That's my favorite one because I get an hour. I do not like spring forward because I get screwed for an hour. That's not entertaining at all. That's not entertainment purposes only. That's getting screwed for an hour. Just saying. Diane, welcome. What's going on? Good to see you. All right. You move forward an hour. Well, that's no good. I hate losing an hour. I'd rather have an extra hour of sleep, quite frankly. But it is kind of weird after daylight savings time because you wake up and you're not sure what the hell time it is. You're like, I thought it was 6. It is 8. This feels weird. I know it shifted an hour. I don't know. I just woke up. I don't know when it shifted, how it shifted. Maybe I forgot that it shifted. All of a sudden, it's the wrong time and late for something. I'm like, I didn't want to be late, but it appears that now I'm late because my body was like this. Sleep in an hour. That's okay. Now it's 8. I should have been there at 8. Tough luck kind of thing. Anyway. Christina wants a little general read. Ace of Pentacles is back. Is that going to be a thing? Every reading has an Ace of Pentacles? I mean, I can deal with it. I'm up to it. I'm up to the challenge if you want to throw Ace of Pentacles in every damn card. That's fine. That's fine, Mr. Tarot. That's just great. We'll get the Oak, Ash, and Thorn, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and 7 of Cups. It really kind of feels with the 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and 7 of Cups. We have a declining emotion. I think that we have we've sort of engaged in things at the moment that are something we're just not interested in. I think we have burnout in a variety of different things. Shamik, welcome. How are you doing? Shamik, thank you so much for your kind letter. I greatly appreciate that. I've been busy all day, but I need to reply to that tonight. So I'm looking forward to getting pictures of Kiki and painting up Kiki the cat. Painting up Kiki the cat. By the way, if you're new, Shamik won the portrait contest. Well, I'm going to paint their pet portrait for them. Anyway, so, we'll see how that goes, see what it looks like and whatnot. Anyway, all right, Ace of Pentacles, sort of declining. It feels like we just don't give a crap anymore. And, that's kind of the thing. That is kind of the thing for a general. We just don't care anymore. And one of those things, just like the Phil Collins song, maybe. 9 of Cups. Some things that we were passionate about. I think that we will be passionate about again in the future. It feels like some of these things have been withdrawn. How some of these things have been pulled back. Some of these things are just at a level that we're just not super passionate about it. But, we were passionate. We were very, very excited about getting into that. It almost seems like some of the hobbies too, right? Maybe the YouTube channel. We were super passionate about that at one point. Now it's kind of forgotten. Maybe some of the other things, painting, a lot of things that we were really passionate about. It seems like they've sort of dwindled out a little bit. You got that 9, right? The 9, I'm very excited emotionally. I'm very attached emotionally as well. Then you back into the 8. It's like, well, I can't really have time for this. I haven't really been engaged in this other thing very much. Maybe I can just move that back. Maybe I can just not do that now. Maybe it's just something that I can put off, it feels like. And the 7 of Cups, we have other things that I'd like to do, other things that I'm interested in, that I'm excited about, that I need to sort of get done, right? I think that's where you're at. And I think that you do have some of these things that you do need to get done. I think other things are going to crop up that are going to catch your eye. They're going to catch your interest, and you're just fascinated by those. You're very interested in those, and you're going to chase those, pursue those, see where those go, right? Because that is going to be the open doors that you have. I think that you have a big, big open door. I'm just throwing this out there. Late October, 3rd week-ish of October, you have this big open door of something that just looks fascinating, amazing, something you definitely want to chase, something that you're kind of excited about. I think that's something you definitely want to pursue. But the 3rd week of October, a big door opens and you're like, oh, I need to handle that. I need to take care of that. That is just what's going to be happening there. Ace of Pentacles. I think you're going to run into some accidental money, quite frankly. I think you're going to run into some accidental money. Ace of Pentacles. Now, it will offset a couple of unexpected bills that are coming up. I think that I predicted a little bit earlier. But the Ace of Pentacles says we're going to get a little bit more money here and there. And that's going to sort of offset some of the unexpected bills that are coming that I predicted before. But yeah, a lot of passion has gone. A lot of passion sort of drained out. But don't worry. There are other things coming, other things that we are going to be excited about as it goes through. So that's what I'm talking about. A big door to the ship. Yeah, well, that's kind of a ramp. It's more of a ramp than a door, but I can go with it. Diane wants to know, Tarot Oracle, how was your birthday stream? It was fantastic. I had such a good time. Had to miss it. It was working that night. Diane, it's all good. It's on YouTube. You can go back and watch it. We had a ton of fun. I'm just saying, Diane, we had a new magic trick. Diane, go watch yesterday's stream for the new magic trick. We have an exciting new magic trick over here. Now, I know you know about the money trick. Maybe you've seen the YouTube trick, but the new magic trick is we yank a stick of gum out of a piece of paper. Very fun indeed. Val Mary, thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's hop over to Jen Hawkin. Will I get a new position at work? We got a time frame I'm looking at if I get a new position at work. All right, let's find out about a new position, some exciting things. Maybe we'll get a Three of Pentacles. I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm going to get a new position at work, I, of course, would use this deck right here, otherwise known as the Waterfall Tarot. The Waterfall Tarot just gets it done, right? Gets it done. Tiny house tours, rebuilds, travels on YouTube, abandoned places. You know, have you seen some of these abandoned malls? It's really creepy. Like from the mall, it's like growing weeds and stuff, and some of the mall hallways, you know, because there's been no stores there literally forever, and it's been abandoned. It has no electricity or anything like that. Kind of cool. All right, new position at work. I actually think so. I mean, we're going with a thumbs up here. I like it as well. This is interesting. New position at work. What are you kind of looking for with this? First thing I'm looking for is a Three of Pentacles, to be honest with you. Maybe an Ace of Pentacles. But the Ace of Pentacles wore out their welcome. It wore out their welcome in this last two reads. It's just everywhere. So I guess the Ace is going to be hiding in your read, which is a shame because I would have loved to see it. Another one, been a Seven of Pentacles, sort of a new opportunity. Maybe a Knight of Pentacles, going forward into something, maybe a little bit of a movement card. I mean, Two of Pentacles kind of works in a pinch, right? Three of Pentacles would be ideal. Maybe an Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles means we have choices and options. So you're looking at a new position at work. I think that you do have choices. I think that you do have options that you can pursue at work. The Two of Pentacles kind of says so, right? This is an exciting card. This is a fantastic card for this kind of just reverie or sort of moving into that. The Two of Pentacles, I have some choices. Now, it seems that somebody's watching over you at work. I don't think it's who you think it is, though. I think there's somebody else who's watching over you at work. Maybe that they like your performance. Maybe they like what you do, the kind of things that you're into. I think that they're kind of excited with that. Absolutely. The Two of Pentacles, you have a support over here. Two of Pentacles, it gives you options, gives you choices. Now, Five of Pentacles, you got to be kind of careful, right? You need to be kind of careful with this because this could get in a situation where you run into maybe less money, right? Lady Vegas, welcome. How are you doing? You run into maybe like less money, where all of a sudden you're just not making as much. The position looks great, but it could be one of these like managerial positions where you're just not getting paid like a manager, or you're getting extra tasks, but they're not giving you any more money or anything like that, right? It feels like that could be one of those options. You definitely kind of want to watch out for that. Definitely not going to be something that you want to embrace. Definitely not something that you want to embrace if you get stuck into that mode. It just feels like the Five of Pentacles. In other words, be careful. Choices could be there. Choices could be open. be careful on what you choose. Hierophant says this is a step up. In other words, it's not like a lateral move to where you're doing the same thing, maybe in a different spot. Are you doing the same type of work, but a different end goal, different projects, different managers, but it's kind of the same thing. It just doesn't feel like that. Hierophant's a step up. This is either maybe a mid-level manager position or another thing where you can sort of embrace it. You can get into it and definitely make this part of a sort of an overall career move, right? The Hierophant is a big, serious move. It is something big. It's a nice opportunity, and that's what you kind of need, right? Venus, thank you for being a member for 4 months. I greatly appreciate that. But the Hierophant does say, yeah, we're making a bigger move. We're making a step up. And that's kind of where you want to be at the end of the day, right? Seven of Wands with the Five of Pentacles, kind of a really weird mix here, in my opinion. It feels like the Seven of Wands is being defensive against something, and the Five of Pentacles is sort of being in that mode of, I'm just not making as much as I did. The opportunity may not be as wide open, not be as things like that. The Seven of Wands says that there's somebody else that wanted the position. Quite frankly, there's somebody else that wanted a position, okay? And I think that they were competing against you and they lost. And they're kind of bitter about that. So just be aware, right? You may have to just sort of mend bridges and be like, hey, sorry you didn't get it or what have you, but, you're still cool and all this other stuff. Mina, welcome to the stream. How you doing? But yeah, that Seven of Wands were being defensive against us, not something that that they were excited about. Earthy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, a couple of things to be careful about. Time frame on this, you're looking at months. You're looking at months. I would say like the 3-4 months type of thing. It feels like that option is going to open up in that kind of thing. It doesn't feel like this is going to be anything tomorrow or next week or next month. It feels like you need to wait a few months in order for this thing to open up. Now, I do think that you'll get a warning. In other words, you will get an opportunity to sort of see what is coming and how it's coming and things like that. That's going to be something that you want to definitely be aware of as you sort of move into that. Val Mary, what is coming to me in love? Who is coming to me in love in the close future? Let's get it done again with the waterfall tarot. We can use this a couple of times. I think that's allowed. I think that is approved and allowed by Mr. YouTube himself. Could be. It could be indeed. Let's find out. Let's see what is happening with that. Who's coming towards me in love? Indeed, in the close future. All right. Hopefully we got somebody nice. Hopefully we got somebody awesome that you need that opportunity. You need somebody sort of coming in to get some of the opportunities that you need and whatnot. All right. Got some interesting cards here. Hierophant is back. Apparently the Hierophant can't get here enough. Two of Cups. I like it. I like it a lot. I think the Two of Cups kind of answers the question. You look at somebody coming in, basically, a yes or no question. Is somebody coming in? Do I have an opportunity? Do I have somebody coming in? Do we have somebody that's going to be nice, interesting? You just enjoy it. You just enjoy it. I think the Two of Cups says that is something you can do. Two of Cups is a connection. It is the love card. It is Venus in Cancer. You're talking about the connection between two different people, and I think that you have an opportunity, you have a connection. Now, this is an interesting one, right? The Nine of Wands is almost like it is almost like that this person just got out of another relationship. They just snuck out of another relationship. I think it was kind of a challenging relationship too. I think the ex is a little bit on the psycho side. No offense to, psycho exes, but the ex was a little bit on the psycho side. You got to understand that they are the wounded warrior and the Ace of Cups. Now they are looking for another opportunity. Now the question is, Valmere, are you going to be the rebound relationship? I think kind of, but not really. I think this person kind of has enough of an understanding of how relationships work and what they're doing. And, they're grown up enough to understand how things work sometimes. Everything always doesn't need to be perfect. They got to get that, right? Nine of Wands, I am a wounded warrior, whatnot. I'm looking for something different, something new, something exciting. I think this is going to be pretty exciting indeed. A bunch of cups. I'm looking at a water sign, quite frankly. I'm looking for a water sign. It really is that, right? I need some fun. I'm super single and so hard to trust people these days. It is hard to trust people these days indeed. Ace of Cups says they are coming in. Psycho X, hell no. I mean, sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes maybe not. But the Two of Cups says there is that opportunity. They're coming out of a rebound relationship. They got a little bit of the Ace of Cups. They're interested. They're open. They're excited. If you want something super casual, kind of fun, I think that's going to be it. Now, the Hierophant says it does take a serious turn. I mean, it does kind of take a serious turn if you're willing to get involved with this. If you're willing to open up and try it out and give it a shot. Hierophant says, hey, that is a thing. That is an opportunity. But I mean, the Hierophant says, hey, if they want to get serious, you're going to maybe, hear about it or whatnot, but you got to deal with that at the time. But anyway, they had a little bit of a rebound. Sometimes a casual rebound isn't too bad. I mean, maybe it's just not too bad. Renee, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm sorry you have been sick. That's no good. That is no good. Howdy. Welcome back. I'm glad that you are back indeed. Good to see you. All right. I mean, if you want to rebound, some days a rebound could be quite nice indeed. We got Earthy. The ex's current feelings for me. How's the ex going to be? What is the X going to do? We'll go to the Tarot Tower and figure that out by using the wheel, the golden wheel. I mean, a true spiritual connection, my friend. I mean, sometimes that is a thing. Sometimes that is a thing. I mean, rebound. I mean, true spiritual connection could be a rebound. I mean, sometimes you just get backed into a corner in the relationship. And you got to get out of it. You got to find something else. That's a thing. That is a thing. Linda, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. Who has a question? We need more questions. We're out of questions. We are out of questions. We're short on questions. We need more. Who has a question? Throw it in chat and let's find out what's going on. It is mighty cold in here. We need to find out what is the AC set on. We need to find out what the AC is set on after the stream. Remind me. I mean, all right. Anyway, the golden wheel. Let's see how that's going to go. Looking at basically the feelings, the Two of Wheels, we just had that with the open choices and the open opportunities that we do have. I mean, the X does have a lot of things going on over there. It doesn't feel like the X is super bored. It feels like the X has a lot of things happening, a lot of things going on at the moment. They got to kind of navigate through that themselves, right? They got to navigate through that themselves. So this is something that they do have to deal with. I think if they leave this unkept or undealt with, they're going to have a problem. A Temperance card next to the Two of Wands says we got to be careful about what they're choosing, right? So they do have options. They do have things coming up. They do have busy times. They have a lot of sort of things to deal with at the moment. The Two of Wheels says that. With the Temperance card, it feels like some of these things are really throwing them off. Right? It's just throwing me off. It feels like a lot of things just are not working as they should be working when you have the Two of Wheels next to the Temperance. Now, this is a good blending. It's a good balancing between things. It also looks at maybe getting out of the comfort zone, moving into that direction. But next to the Two of Wheels, it feels like the balance is off, right? The Two of Wheels, trying to find the balance, trying to find where we're going to be, where we need to be, trying to get all these things mixed in is just going to be difficult overall. And the Four of Cups, right? They have opportunities with love. I don't think they like any of them. I think they're at a point where the opportunities they're getting, the things that they're receiving are not going to be something they're super thrilled about. Lady Vegas, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. They're just not going to be super thrilled about it. Now, the Empress, basically, what are the current feelings for me? Again, they're in a bind. They're in a weird spot. You're going to have to sort of deal with that. Even if they do have feelings for you, if they communicate this, you're going to have to kind of pick it up, right? They're going to have to kind of pick it up a little bit and figure out where to run with it. But the Four of Cups says, yeah, they don't like a lot of their options. Would they like you? I mean, do they have feelings for you? The Empress says maybe. I mean, the Empress is a very open door. It is a very nice card to have. It means that I'm kind of comfortable with you. I do have a lot of feelings for you. I do have a lot of things that I enjoyed about our relationship. Can we get that back together? Maybe. Sarah, thank you for your donation. But it does feel like the Empress is a pretty happy card, a pretty content card. I liked Earthy, right? I liked Earthy. I do still have feelings for Earthy. Is this something, the Four of Cups, I'm able to sort of meld in my life right now? I mean, maybe. Maybe I'll definitely reach out to this person to see how you can get in there. But the Empress says, you got to kind of be careful, figure out where you're going to go, figure out where you're going to be at the end of the day. But absolutely, they do have kind of some good feelings for that. They like the memories. They like where you were, how things were mixed together. They like how you blended. Overall, it looks pretty great. If you want to sort of dive into that. Anyway, Lady Vegas, board meeting tomorrow. Let's find out. Oh, that's going to be an important one too. That is going to be an important one too. See if we need to do something, right? Board meeting tomorrow. See how that goes. Earthy, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Will there be any reconciliation? So they like you. Can we get a reconciliation in the house? Maybe that is the thing. Lady Vegas, let's find out how your board meeting goes. Let's go to the Tarot Tower and find a new deck for the lady. Find a new deck for the lady. I like this one. What do you think, Lady Vegas? Is this a good time of the night to use the gentle tarot? Because I like it gentle. I like it gentle. I like big cups, and I cannot lie. Coffee mugs. I like big coffee mugs, and I cannot lie. All right, find out the board meeting. It's going to be a nightmare. Is there going to be something where you're walking out of it like, oh my God, that went terrible? That was absolutely wild and weird and interesting. Anyway, how's it going to go? Hopefully we don't get a tower card. We got Ace of Stones. A lot of progress is made. Man, nobody agrees on anything. Nobody agrees on anything. We got a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning coming in here. That nobody agrees on anything. Lots and lots of disagreements. We're pulling things through the sand, just sort of pulling it through the sand, trying to drag it out. This is a board meeting we talked about. Well, I think you're literally going to run into a problem here. Ace of Stones. Everybody comes in with their own agenda. It's sort of similar to the read that you actually got when we had talked about it. The Ace of Stones. Everybody comes in with their own agenda. You see that with the two of Thunder. I have a different world than this person over here. I have a different opinion than this person over here. A lot of people have a lot of disagreements or things that they need to reconcile that they're just not getting reconciled, right? A lot of people have their own priority and they're just stuck. They're like, this is my priority. This is what I wanted to do. And at the end of the day, you got to kind of understand that a little bit, but man, a lot of disagreements. The Seat of Thunder is kind of interesting. I think some people present some ideas that are completely unmanageable. Let me explain. I think what I'm talking about is some people have these great ideas, but in reality, they don't work. Right? So there's the imagination of what I want to do, and then there's the reality of what I want to do. And a lot of times those don't mix well. Those don't get blended as well as we had hoped for. A lot of times you just can't do what you have the idea for. Does it sound like a great idea? Sure. Is it completely practicable? Absolutely not. You get the Seat of Thunder as that, right? I'm sort of hopping into something. I'm leaping into something that's completely unplanned. I just made up in my head. Sounded good in my head. Once I said it, it sounded good there. But once people start analyzing it, it sounds terrible. So I think you have a couple of people getting some unrealistic ideas or unrealistic expectations as that. Harvest of Thunder says a lot of things we have to pick it up and leave with it, right? Jen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We have to pick it up and leave with it. In other words, a lot of things just don't get done. We have to pick up these things. We have to exit the meeting. We have to think about it. We have to come back later. It doesn't feel like a lot of things were accomplished, right? A lot of miscommunication, a lot of people hardlining their opinions, and a lot of people coming up with ideas that are just not practical. At the end of the day, it seems like a big waste of time, but there are some to-dos. There are some follow-ups that we have to take out of there and do something with, because I don't think we can just close out the meeting. It feels like the meeting is going to be another meeting. Then we're going to have another meeting and maybe another meeting or something like that. It really kind of feels that way, right? Anyway, Charisma, welcome to the stream. How you doing? All right. Let's see. Sarah, can I buy a property next year? Will the universe allow me to pick up a property, buy it? And I want a Gregory Scott. Gregory Scott you want? Gregory Scott you will have. Because Gregory Scott just gets the world. It gets the world done. It makes the world go round. The Gregory Scott Tarot literally makes the world go round. There's no question about it at this point. I think we pretty much established this as a fact. Anyway, can I buy a property next year? Are these opportunities going to be up and around? Is it going to be something I can do? Maybe not do? I don't know. Can I get it? Seven of Swords? I think so. I think so. That shows us moving into it. The Four of Swords, the Devil and the Six of Swords. So we got kind of two movement cards here. So I'm going to go with yeah. I think it's a thumbs up that we can do that. It is interesting just how many damn swords we have over here. Swords represent a couple of things. One, they represent communication. We know that. It's air, right? Communication. Another is learning. Another is picking up things, communicating across to somebody else, getting some information from here to there, right? But picking up, establishing something, getting some plans going, that kind of where is the swords as well. Seven of Swords is a movement card. You're picking up things, you're taking them from here to there. That shows you moving in. So buying a property next year is absolutely possible with this, right? We're be able to pick up the boxes, move them to the new location. Six of Swords is another movement card. We are able to get moving. We're able to get everything established, get everything hammered down, and we're able to get into this new house. I think it's absolutely possible. Devil and the Four of Swords. The planning part is where you sort of have the hiccups. The hiccups come with the planning because the Four of Swords is not a big planning card. It's sort of a resting card, analysis card. But at the same time, Chantel, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. At the same time, this is something that you do need to do excessive planning with because the devil's here. The devil says there's a lot of unrealistic places that I want to go. A lot of times I'm going to look over here and these houses, they look fantastic. But it turns out none of them are available. Are there, they're being listed and they're being bought up the same day. A lot of things, maybe this house is going to be there. We have this new development over here with these new houses. Can I do that? Maybe. It just feels like that may not be possible or at least unrealistic, at least. The Four of Swords says we need to do excessive planning for the property. Can you? Yes. Seven of Swords, Six of Swords shows you moving in. Four of Swords is just an excessive amount of planning because there are some hiccups. There are some bumps in the road that you are going to have to deal with. The devil says so. The devil says this is sort of an Eight of Swords restrictions card, right? We can't get everything done that we need to do. We can't get into the neighborhood that we need. We can't buy the house that we've kind of had our eye on. So you kind of got to watch out for that. You definitely need to watch out for that. So, but if you can do it, I think it is possible. Absolutely. Get it done, get it rolled out, and get that magic going, right? Get a little of the magic going. Speaking of magic, we had Earthy. Will there be a reconciliation with the Aries? Now, we had my friends, we had the Empress, the last read. That points to quite a possible reconciliation. We like what we see. We like the opportunities out there. We like how things are going. Now, the bottom line, the next step, part 2, right? The sequel to the movie. Can we reconcile? Can we get in there? Aries says there were some interest, some raw interest getting it done. Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Four of Coins says absolutely. I think this is going to be a thumbs up moment. If you're looking to reconcile, I think that the door could be open to get the reconciliation, to get it out there, to get the action going. Four of Coins, okay? It says to get a reconciliation here, we need to be able to bend over backwards for this person. It seems that they have a lot of things that they need to be happy, or they need to sort of make do with in order to get a happy reconciliation or a good reconciliation out. Four of Coins says, I'm holding on to what I have and I'm not giving much, right? So a reconciliation, getting back with somebody, two things. One is negotiation. Right? Because we broke up for a good reason. This person did this person did that. We have irreconcilable differences. Now we're going to have to work those out. So this is a negotiation. Four of Coins says they're not going to be able to negotiate very well. They're going to hard line on what they want, how they want it. Ace of Wands says we're interested, you're interested, they're interested, but you do have to get through that speed bump of, how are we going to work this, right? Let's get into the brass tacks. Let's get into the details of this. Now, overall, will there be a reconciliation? Two of Cups says yes. The meeting is there. The combination is there. I think that is going to be something that makes it happen and makes it go well. Go well. Should I move in an apartment or trailer to leave my house to my son who seems to have been taken over? What? What? Oh, my. Renee, you're in an odd position. You're in an odd position indeed. All right. Let's see. Renee, should I move into an apartment? Should I move into an apartment or trailer and leave the house to my son, who apparently has taken over? Oh, no. That seems like a rough time. A rough time indeed. Let's see how that's going to go. Oh, man. Yeah, sorry to hear about that. All right, we can do sort of a throwdown, sort of a mini. I mean, we can go over here, get us a card, and get sort of a mini throwdown as it's going to happen. I'm really tempted. I'm really tempted to the This Might Hurt Tarot. Sorry. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Andrew, thank you for being on target. Andrew's on target today with the bands. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Renoa, and sorry, thank you for your donations. All right. We got an apartment over here. We got a trailer over here. Man, that's a rough situation. Renee, that is a rough situation. But let's find out. Let's look at apartments first. How is the apartment going to be for getting things done? Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. I do think the apartment looks pretty good. I mean, if you got to have a choice for an apartment, I think it looks decent. Three of Swords says location. Location is going to be kind of a problem. It almost feels like you're going to have to, get into a location that you weren't too thrilled about. Three of Swords, maybe I wasn't thrilled about this particular location. Six of Pentacles says, I think it's going to be reasonable, affordable in order to get where you kind of want to be. Queen of Wands says this is entirely manageable. Not a problem, manageable, but the location seems to be challenged, right? A lot of times, I've lived in apartments my whole life. A lot of times, this beautiful, beautiful apartment, and it just seems that either it's tough getting in, or there's some other weird issues, and you have to go with plan B, C, or D, right? And you get into an apartment you weren't interested in at all. You're kind of really iffy neighborhood, whatnot. Three of Swords, we're going to have some disappointment as far as location for the apartment. Can we get one? Absolutely. But is this going to be a little thing? No, I think it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. Kind of. Trailer does look really easy. A trailer just looks so easy. Wheel of Fortune, it feels like being on wheels is nice. A trailer allows you to, get into maybe another location. So if this location doesn't work out, I can just haul it over to this other location. I mean, that's kind of expensive, but it is an option, right? I can move the trailer from here to there. You can also have a smaller trailer that you could literally just pack up and, put on a truck and just move somewhere else too. So if you get tired of a location, you can move into a different one. So, I mean, there you go. Queen of Cups. It says that it's just so easy. A lot of easiness here, a lot of simplicity as we sort of blend into that. Queen of Cups says that it's a lot of good stuff, right? A lot of good stuff. Ace of Wands, it says, if you have to choose, a trailer looks better. A trailer just looks better. It looks like easier to get a trailer, easier to get the location that you need. It looks like it's easier to get financing or easier to get sort of in there, moved in. You know what I'm saying? Like not a lot of moving parts with the trailer. Apartment, not so much. Now you're kind of stuck with it for, like a year, 13 months or something if you want a decent sized lease or whatnot. HK, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Overall, I say trailer. Obviously entertainment purposes only, but I say trailer in that particular. Anyway, Jen Hawkin, a general reading, please. Let's get Jen some general reading. All right, Jen Hawkin. A little bit of a general action. Let's use something new. Let's use something new over here. I'm interested in some of the older decks right now. I mean, I'm in a mood for the Tarot in Wonderland right now. I think a little mood on Tarot in Wonderland, getting it done. See if that's going to be an option indeed. I mean, let's find out what's going on. Tiara, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. General action. I think you got some stuff coming up. All right, Tiara, thank you again for your donation. Let's see about the general, what we're going to get done. Sweet Pea, thank you for your donation as well. Greatly appreciate that. We got HK in the queue. We got the nice looking queue right now. Looking pretty cool. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me. It's Saturday. All of y'all had much better things to do than hang out with me, but you're here anyway. Thank you so much. All right, general. Three of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Don't be afraid of breaking up. Don't be afraid of breakups. Don't be afraid of disconnecting from something, right? Don't be afraid of disconnecting from something. I think you do have that fear. I think you have a little bit of hesitation. I'm going to be disconnected from this. I'm not going to be in this. I'm not going to be in that. I feel like it's just not something that I want to do, right? Don't be afraid of being disconnected from something, whether it be a person, a hobby, an interest, a fascination. You need to be more free, more mobile, more free. Okay. Three of Wands says so. Be more mobile, be free. Knight of Wands, it just talks about that freedom. This is your time to be free, to be mobile, to be interested in new things, to get out of your comfort zone, to open up the door and find out what is out there, what is going to be next, what kind of exciting things do we have in the future? Because I think the future is looking a little bit different than what you think it is, quite frankly. Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It almost feels like once we're out there, once we're available, once we're open, a lot of people have things that they need to give us, information that they need to give us, new guides that sort of show up. We have a lot of interesting and fun and cool things that are waiting for us. But it feels like we need to open that door and make that opportunity happen, because a lot of times we're really hesitant. I mean, we're really hesitant sometimes as far as getting out of our comfort zone. I think now's the time, right? Now is the time. And don't be afraid of being disconnected, because that's kind of the key here. A lot of times we are disconnected. We are sort of pulled back. We're not as excited as we should be about something. The Six of Pentacles says there's more giving, there's more opportunities, more great things on the other side of that if you're willing to take the step. But getting out of our comfort zone, that's scary. That's freaky. That's weird. You got to be able to do it. You got to be able to do it. Sunshiny day. Welcome to the stream. It's so good to see you as always. I appreciate you hanging out with us. All right. Chantel wants an anime card. We can do anime cards. What timing these months will P offer relationship to marriage? What outcome for us to will he put forth the effort? All right. What timing these months can we get for a marriage proposal? All right. If I'm going to get married, I'm going to use, you wanted anime, we can use an anime. We're going to go with this one right here, because I like this. I think the traditional manga tarot makes it happen. It makes it happen. It makes everything shine, makes everything beautiful and wonderful. It makes the world smell good, because sometimes you'll be in an elevator and somebody farts, and you need things to smell good. And these anime cards get it done. Anyway, when am I going to get a marriage proposal, I think is the question. When am I going to get a marriage proposal, and what is going to happen with that? Justice. Ooh. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and Death. I think you do get it. Okay, bottom line, I like this. I like this a lot. This doesn't look like a traditional read for a marriage proposal. Everybody's screaming in chat right now. They're like, where the hell is the Ten of Cups? Where is the Ten of Pentacles? Where's the Lovers? Where is the Lovers? It feels like we need this for a marriage proposal, but the reality is you don't. You just don't. Will they offer marriage? Will they get in that mode of, I need things to be better. I need things to be in the next stage. Mom Bear, it's been a hot minute. How you doing? Good to see you. You got two aces. As I talk about in my book, link in the description. Yes, I wrote a book. Link in the description. Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. This person wants the stability offered by marriage. Ace of Pentacles, okay? This person wants the Ace of Wands. They want that excitement. They want that energy. They want the good things that come with getting married. Again, you don't see cups here. You just don't see cups here. Why? My opinion is the emotional things have gotten handled already. We're not waiting for some magical emotional thing to happen. It feels like the emotional things are there already. Okay, we don't have to worry about this. It's already handled. So the tarot is kind of ignoring it right now. Be aware that this marriage is going to be a big difference in what you're used to. This is going to be a drastic change in your daily life. I think you're kind of ready for that, though, right? You're like, okay, I can do that. I mean, I'll be happy to, do that, change, get all these things done. Death card says this is going to be a dramatic issue. You're going to be a dramatic issue. You kind of got to give up everything that I have in order to get something different, get something new. Justice card says the legality, getting into, signing the contract of marriage, because marriage is a contract. It is, getting together and making it more serious, making it more formal. I think that's going to be an option. Absolutely. The Justice card says so. So yeah. Timing. I think we begin the preparations around January. I feel like January would begin kind of a prep for it. January is not when we get married, but January is kind of where we just begin this process, because you got to get the ball rolling. You got to get the ball rolling. I think it's going to start rolling in January. Does Jurgen have any romantic interest in me? All right, you're Sarah. Okay, Sarah, let's find out what is going on with the sorry Sarah thing going. I think I like this. You know what I like? I like the tarot at the end of the rainbow for this one. I love it. I love it indeed. Move from U.S. to Paris. That's going to be a cool part. That's going to be the best part. Paris is my new life. I wish I could say that. I would love some Paris in my life. I went there, I stayed for like a month, and it was quite enjoyable. I must say that for sure. All right. Sorry, let's find out. Does Jurgen have any more interest life? Find out what is happening with that. As far as interest goes, I think so. I do think so. We got the 10 of Cups. That is sort of the card that I was waiting for in the last reading, right? The last reading, I really wanted kind of a 10 of Cups feel. I did want the chasing, the aspect, maybe a little bit of the hanged man aspect of this as far as getting that done as well. The 7 looks good, does look good. I think that is sort of an interesting combo between the 5 and the 7. This basically says that Jurgen hasn't always had a romantic interest in you. I think Jurgen initially had kind of just a physical attraction that kind of pulled them in, quite frankly, okay? They had a physical attraction that pulled them in, but I think that was it. I think that was the only thing, but they've changed their mind over the time. They've changed their mind over the time, okay? You have the 5, you have the 7. This is sort of a challenging set of cards. And again, I think they just wanted to maybe hit it and quit it or something like that. But you do have that aspect of it. Now, I think that they've changed a little bit. You got the hanged man. The interests have changed. The interests have tweaked and altered. It looks like it's a little bit different. And now we're looking at the 10 of Cups. So are you looking at a thumbs up? I think so. I think this is an option. This is an opportunity that you want to take. The 10 of Cups says, hey, we could have, a more of an interest romantically. Absolutely. So sorry, I think that is something that is. Again, Jurgen hasn't always been that way, but I think that they have grown over the time to have more interest in you romantically and, less interested in more of a hit it and quit it type of thing. Does Robert want a romantic interest? A lot of romance going on. This is a romantic read. This is a romantic night. I'm just saying right now. To get some romance, to get some real romance, let's use the Modern Love Tarot. The Modern Love Tarot will get us all the romance that we need, my friends. All the romance that we need with a little modern love. Because if you're in love, you need modern love. Because old style love apparently isn't a thing anymore. Maybe it is for Robert, though. Robert, if you're watching, I'm not excluding it. But does Robert want a romantic relationship with me again? Can we get back together? Can we mend the fences? Can we build back better? Can we build back better? Can we make marriage great again? I don't know. Knight of Wands. Ooh, I do have an interest in chasing this. Little 4 of Pentacles, 5 Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Now, this is pretty hard line. As far as it goes, all right? Just basic thing here. It looks like Robert doesn't need this as much as they did before. Now, I'm not saying Robert hasn't always been interested. Robert did need this at one time, but now they're kind of a little bit backed off with it. I think that they're sort of in a wounded warrior situation. You got the 4 of Pentacles. It's not something that I enjoy. The romantic relationship wasn't something that I enjoyed at the end. It felt like this opportunity was there, but it didn't manifest in everything. It didn't grow. We didn't have like this big thing happen, right? We didn't have this exciting, this moving thing happen. The Knight of Wands says now they're more interested in it, though. I think now they're sort of more in that mode of, I wouldn't mind chasing this. I wouldn't mind getting it done. I wouldn't mind pursuing this. And you see that with the 4 of Pentacles, right? They're just not in that, the committed. They're just not in the putting 100% into that. King of Swords says, I'm more willing now than I was. So basically, they're off and on. They're cold, they're hot, they're lukewarm. You got to approach them at the right time. You got to approach them in the right setting in order to get that done, right? Lachey, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. But I think they would want it. You just need to approach them at the right time, the right opportunity, and, sort of have things in place, sort of, the stars align enough to where it would work. Can you just like raw go in and go, I don't think that works. Some just tells me that just doesn't work. Maybe it's because it's too soon. Maybe it's because it's just not at the right opportunity. Does it make sense? So making sure that the stars are kind of aligned to make that happen. Anyway, we'll use this again with the HK. Will AP reach out soon? Get a little communication with AP. Find out if they are going to reach out. They are going to talk to us. What kind of things that they got going on with that? I like that with the 8 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. I think soon is relative. I really think you're looking at January, quite frankly. I mean, I think you're looking at like January, late December, early January for this person to reach out. It's almost like they get lonely over the holidays, or they need something to close out over the holidays, or things need to, sort of filter in or finish up in the holidays. Eight of Swords, not something that I want to attack right now, not something I want to tackle right now. So soon's kind of relative. The Three of Wands, I think they've been thinking about reaching out. They have been thinking about it, right? If this is something that that's been on their mind occasionally, they're considering reaching out. Is this something that they're going to do? Two of Swords is maybe not right now. Again, you're looking at a big delay before they do that. The disconnect here, right? It feels like things are a bit disconnected. Spiritualist, thank you for hanging out with us. It feels like things are just disconnected. We're not on the same page. We're not doing that right now. Will they reach out? I think so. But again, you're looking at late December, early January before they reach out and touch someone, right? Before they reach out and touch someone, that's going to be a thing. Will we find compatibility? INFP. That's going to be unpredictable for sure. INFP, quite unpredictable. ISTJ. More predictable, but a little less on the exciting side. Let's find Sweet P. Will we find compatibility? I mean, are we our personality? Could be. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Is a new job going to go well? I hope so, Sunshiny Day, because damn, you had issues with your old job. Sunshiny Day, you had countless issues with that old job. I hope the new one goes quite much better. Hope the new one goes much better than that old one. I'm just saying. Will we find compatibility? Two of Cups says yeah. Six of Swords says yeah. The Lover says yeah. I mean, this is just a big yes. It's almost like there's nothing to read here. Almost like there's just nothing to read here. You have all the cards that you need to make this happen, quite frankly. You have the Two of Cups. You have the Lovers. These two cards I would look for independently, but together, that's a nice one. That's a very nice one. Wild Child's an INFP. Wild Child. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun indeed. I'm an ESTP. So I'm one of those you got to kind of, find where the hell I am because I'm doing all sorts of wild stuff. Anyway, Two of Cups. We do get together. This is compatibility that grows, that expands, that makes it better. The Two of Cups is kind of a casual connection, and then you have the Lovers, a more serious connection. So will it grow? Will our love grow? Will it expand? I think that is a thing indeed, especially with the Six of Swords. The long journey, the long game. Absolutely, it works. I think that is quite a major read indeed. All right, now we're moving. Tiara, will I move downstairs into another apartment in our building? Let's find out if we can get downstairs, if we can get this opportunity to get into a different apartment, another apartment in the same building. That would be kind of nice. That's always weird to describe to the movers though, right? Because you get the movers on the phone. And you're like, hey, I need to move. They're like, okay, what's the old address? What's the new address? You're like, well, I need to move downstairs, right? Because I can't lift the bed by myself, and all of my friends kind of crapped out when I said, hey, you want to help me move? You know what the best way to lose friends is? Asking them to help you move. Guaranteed you'll lose every friend that you have. TR, will I move downstairs to another apartment though? All right. Wheel says yes. Page of Pentacles says yes. Five of Cups, Eight of Wands. Overall, that's a yes. That's a thumbs up. It looks nice. It just looks nice. This is nice. I mean, we can celebrate. We can celebrate a little party atmosphere. We can do that. Little balloons. We get some confetti up in here. I'm just saying. All right. The Eight of Wands. It's a movement card. What do you think? Eight of Wands. It is a movement card. You're going to move. Eight of Wands says so. All right. Tabitha Joe, thank you for your donation. The Five of Cups. Oh, man. There's something about that apartment you just don't like once you get there. You're not too excited as you thought you would be, but can you get it? Absolutely. Page of Pentacles. It's almost like you're saving some money or something. Like you're saving a couple of extra dollars getting in there. It feels like going downstairs, getting this other apartment feels like it's just what you kind of needed. It fixes a lot of situations. And the wheel, this is your new normal. The wheel, what goes around comes around. It's going to come around again. It's going to happen. It's just going to make the grade. This is your new normal going into this new apartment. The Eight of Wands, that movement card, getting everything hauled up and getting moving. There is a gotcha in the apartment. I would check it. I would check the apartment, make sure that everything's cool. Because the Five of Cups is there's a gotcha somewhere in there. But absolutely, can you move? Will you move? Absolutely. Movement cards all over the place. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Half my life is crammed into a single bedroom. Hey, Andrew, that was my whole life. That was my whole life. That was my whole life. Mom Bear, plan to take my son on a camping trip further than usual, require more prep than usual. Will it be a good trip? I like it. Mom Bear's getting out there, doing a little camping mode thing going on. I like it. Mom Bear, I like it. If we're going camping, let's use the Tarot of the Unknown. I like Tarot of the Unknown. That is the best camping thing ever. Spiritualist, thank you very much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Camping out in the wilderness, getting farther out, reaching out. King of Cups, Ace of Axes, the Mabel, and Mom Bear, it's like you're forgetting something. Mom Bear, you forget something. Don't forget anything. This is a key point right here. This is a key point. It's like we're forgetting something. We're excited about it. We're going camping. We have all of this stuff, but it's like we forgot the clamp, or we forgot something, right? Overall, does it go well? Is it exciting? Does it go fantastic? I think so. I mean, I really do. That Six of Pentacles field where we have opportunities. We have some things at the campsite that are cool. It's fun. We have really good things. Really good things happen with that. Ace of Axes, though, you forgot something. Don't forget anything, right? You got to be aware. You have to be aware that we want to make sure and list out everything on a piece of paper that we need, and we want to cross it off. I mean, be extra, extra careful, because it feels like we forgot a water, or we forgot some drinks, or we forgot some food that we wanted, or something like that, right? Maybe a piece of electronics that was really important. It feels like that making a list and double checking it before you leave is going to be a big, big help. King of Cups as well. There are a lot of nice things that happen along the way. Now, there are some, I think you actually meet somebody either on the way or out there that you kind of like, that you stay in touch with for a while, right? It feels like we make a new friend. We make a new friend somewhere out there. But yeah, definitely the adventurous table, the Mabel, the adventurous, the good stuff, getting out there, leaping over the pig, or whatever we're doing with that. It makes the grade, makes it happen. I think that you have a great, fantastic time. You know, just make sure to get that list out there. Just get the list out there and find out what is going on. Reading of my current romantic relationship. We're in love over there. Lachey is in love. In love out there. Lachey, if I was in love, I would use the Meraki Tarot, quite frankly. Lachey. I mean, it's out of stock. It is out of stock in quite a few places, but I still am going to use it. Still going to use it. Love it. I absolutely love it. The Meraki Tarot. Tiara, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Let's see what is going on. I mean, we got a current relationship. We're trying to navigate through it. We're saying, is this person real? You know, are they legit? What kind of surprises do we have? What kind of surprises do we have going on? That's kind of, you know, the new relationship. Anyway, or a romantic relationship. You never know what surprises are around the corner as it moves along. All right. Seven of Cups. Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. This is something that moves slower than expected, it feels like. It feels like the movement is slower than expected. It almost feels like there is a wrench in the works, right? There's a wrench in the wheel. It feels like it's just not moving as expected. In fact, there's some unexpected things that just happen. It just happens. Suddenly, just unexpected things happen. Is this person legit? Is this person willing to go the distance? The Knight of Cups says, yeah. We have Mr. Romance. We have the opportunities. We have the good stuff in here. Knight of Wands says, I'm willing to work on what I need to work on in order to make this happen, right? Because a romantic relationship at the end of the day is making the other person happy, the other person making us happy. If you hold on, if you're narcissistic, if you're like, I'm just going to hardline, I'm going to do my own thing, that doesn't work for anybody. It really doesn't work. But it feels like there's something else. There's something else that's not going correctly. There's something else that's clogging up the progress of that. You need to fix that. You need to address that. The Seven of Cups says there's a lot of things hovering around, a lot of clouds in the sky that could be rain. You need to fix that and find out what is serious, what is not, where do I want to be, where do I don't want to be. At the end of the day, I think that's going to be important to you. But yeah, Is it good? What is the status? I like it. You need to fix whatever the weird problem is that's sort of gumming up things and as that goes. Anyway, Sunshiny Day wants to know about a new job. Is it going well? I mean, you got a new job. You need money. You got a new job. And this is a live shot of Sunshiny Day right here. This is literally a live shot of Sunshiny Day right now. Getting the new job, getting in there, making everything happen, making the progress, because Sunshiny Day's making a big impact. Of course, Sunshiny Day's making the big impact, getting the fat cash. Well, those were ones. Those are $1 bills. But you know what I'm saying? The moon, man, that's nice. You got some pentacles over here. You got 3 of Wands. You got the 8 of Cups. This is something that's not permanent. It is something that's not permanent. And it feels like it goes well. It does go well. You have another job suddenly just pop up. Though you have another job opportunity just suddenly pop up that you're going to be interested in. Bottom line, the 3 of Wands is almost like I wasn't looking, but all of a sudden something opens up. A new thing opens up. A new opportunity pops up. I'm kind of interested now. I'm kind of thinking, what do I want to do? How do I want to address this? What kind of things do I want to get done? The 3 of Wands is pretty excited, pretty energizing, has a lot of good things. It feels like another job opens up. 8 of Cups. Maybe I want to follow that one. Maybe I want to check that out. Maybe I want to dedicate myself to that. The new job does go well. Now, two things. You're going to have a new manager all of a sudden. It feels like your existing manager is moving out, moving away. You're going to have a new manager, something new happen with your managerial sort of thing. It was like a reorg. It feels like a kind of a reorg feel with that. Now, be aware that's not going to be a big thing. You're going to be, oh, shit, I just started this. Don't worry. Don't worry if your manager changes. I don't think that's a thing. I really don't think so. Are we passionate about it? Is this something that we like, we enjoy? Dorothy, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. Is it? I mean, is it something that we just enjoy? The moon says yes. We're in it for the long run. We're in it for this. But all of a sudden, the new job opens up. You're like, hey, Sunshiny Day, I get paid more. But I mean, the moon says it is something I love to go into. I enjoy it. But again, don't worry about the managerial thing. Also, don't worry about this weird ass thing with the gossip. Okay. You have this one person you need to dodge. I think it's super obvious of who it is very quickly. But that, you're good at that. You're good at that. You had enough drama the previous one that you know when to stay away from some of them situations. I mean, come on. Sunshiny Day knows when to stay away from some of them situations. You understand. You don't, me and you right now. Me and you. Just me and you. Sunshiny Day, me and you. You understand. All right, let's go back to the Tarot Tower and find out. I mean, we can do this one. Ooh, I love this one. The Forest Creatures version 2. Version 2. I meant to say feelings for me in the super chat. How's Andrew's feelings for me? Okay, intentions. All right, Tiara, I got you covered. Not going to be a problem whatsoever. Let's get this done over here. Now, Sunshiny Day, that was really specific. You got to come back and give me feedback. Sunshiny Day. I think Sunshiny Day, I was kind of on target with the other one, but I mean, come back. Come back, Sunshiny Day. Come back to me like Christopher Reeve and Somewhere in Time. Let me know how the job went, because I think it's going to go, I think it's going to go quite well indeed. King of Cups, I like it. I mean, Ace of Coins, the Hermit. Man, Page. This is a very private person. It's a very private person. The Hermit with the King of Cups, the emotional disconnect with the King of Cups. The King of Cups knows what they want. I mean, understand that, okay? I think you'll be all right. They know what they want. But the Hermit, they're almost like they're not willing to share. It feels like they're just not willing to share with us, right? They're not willing to share with that indeed. Feels like that. I mean, Tabitha Joe. What in the world are you talking about? Tabitha Joe. Look at that. Tabitha Joe. Current feelings towards me. I'm a Cancer. We're done. Anyway, okay, anyway. Yeah, so let's look at the queue. Here. I mean, we had Sunshiny Day. We just did. We had Spiritualist. We had Tiara. We had Dorothy Collins. So if we go in order, we did Lachey, Sunshiny Day. We just did. Now we go to Tabitha Joe. That's the queue. The queue was dead on. The queue is we're right on. Anyway, let me continue. It's a very private person. It just feels like it is a private person. King of Cups has an emotional disconnect that doesn't really want to be shared a lot. We have emotions. I'm not saying we don't. We have connections. We have some good things. We have some nice things happening. But it just feels like that we're really private about it. The Hermit, we're really kind of closed up. Now, it's not completely closed up. Sure, they'll be able to discuss things. Sure, they'll be able to get things done. But it just feels, Corinne, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. By the way, we're ending soon. Everything good must come to an end. And this is going to be wrapping up moderately soon here. All right, Corinne, thank you for your donation. We got you in the thing. All right. Now, Ace of Coins says they do have some feelings for you. We do want some things to happen. We do want that new adventure. We do want that new exciting thing to happen. I think that is something that's going to be done. Page of Wands says I'm willing to work towards it too, but I'm not willing to put forth just a ton of effort. You kind of do you understand what I mean? They're willing to do some things. They're willing to get together, but they're not willing to put a ton of effort into it. So it'll be very, very casual, very, very casual, and that's okay because you don't want something super serious, super quick. You don't want something super intense, super quick with a Hermit and the King of Cups because again, this is a private person. It's going to be a very sort of introverted kind of thing. You kind of got to get used to that personality thing with that. What do they have for you? I think the Ace of Coins says they do want to start something. Page of Wands says they're willing to work at it, but not put forth like just a mountain of effort. You know what I mean? Like not a mountain of effort. Anyway, Tiara is up next. How's Andrew's feelings for me and what are their intentions? Andrew's actually in chat. Andrew's in chat. Andrew, what are your intentions for Tiara? I mean, you got to let us know. Andrew, I mean, we can make this reading really quick. Andrew, what are your intentions for Tiara? Intentions and feelings. Fatine, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. I mean, let's see what kind of intentions we got. We got a 4 of coins, 10 of coins, and a 9 of swords. Man, the 10 of coins is nice. I mean, if you're looking for Andrew to sort of get with us, if you're looking for Andrew to sort of get connected, I think that is quite possible indeed. 10 of coins is a fantastic card. Knight of swords is a fantastic card, but this is a very unpredictable connection. Knight of Swords is very unpredictable. Watch my series. Watch my series. Link in the description on the court cards. And Knight of Swords is, I'm going to leap into it and hope for the best, right? I'm willing to leap into it, but I'm going to hope for the best. I'm not going to have a lot of coordination. I'm not going to have a lot of things. Got to understand that because the 4 of coins, right? The 4 of coins is I'm willing to do some things. I'm willing to get with it. I'm willing to leap in. That's fine. I love it. I love it. Does this person have a sort of an addiction issue? That just came up out of my mind. It's sort of an addiction issue. Anyway, I'm not saying the Andrew in chat. I'm just saying maybe, you know. Anyway, yeah, I'd love to leap into it. I have no idea where it's going. And that unpredictability is fun, but you kind of got to navigate through it. Because a lot of times the unpredictability will come bite you in the rear end. You know what I mean? It'll just come bite you in the rear end. You kind of really don't want to deal with that. So just be aware of that. Be aware of how that goes sometimes, because that does go like that sometimes. Anyway, we got Dorothy Collins coming in with the donation. See what Dorothy wanted. Dorothy, can I ask a question? Is Freddie cheating on my ass? Is Freddie cheating on me? What is Freddie doing over there? We got a lot of cards for people cheating. He be cheating. I mean, is he be cheating? Let's find it.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
Because those underwears, those ain't mine. That is not my underwear. That is definitely not my underwear. Let's find out if they're gonna be cheating on us. How rude. That is just outright rude, my friends. Ain't nobody got time for a cheater. Is cheating on me? Now, entertainment purposes only. Never cheat on somebody based upon a fat man reading cards on the internet. Ace of Swords says he's talking to somebody else. I mean, they are talking to somebody else. Okay. Are they cheating? No. King of Cups. I don't think they're willing to go their way. I think they're willing to go the whole way on that. To understand that. Okay. Understand that. Because justice says they need a balance. They need everything to be balanced out. They need everything to be Libra'd out. You know, you need a Libra action, Libra feel in there. I don't think cheating is going to contribute to that. I don't think Freddy Krueger is cheating on you at all. I don't think Freddy Krueger is cheating on you at all. Okay. Bottom line, I think it's legit. I think it's going to be okay. Not going to be a problem. I don't think they're cheating. Are they talking to other people? Ace of Swords, you know, they're chatting. You know, they're over there like chatting like, hey, what's going on? You know, I can't cheat. I'm not going to cheat, but I'd love to talk to you. You know, where you at? What are you wearing? What are you wearing? Anyway, Corinne. I mean, you know, Corinne wants to know what's next for me in the Virgo, his thoughts, his feelings, what is going to happen with all of that. Of course, Fatine, thank you for your other donation. I greatly appreciate that. By the way, we're ending soon. We're wrapping up the readings. We need to go cook. We need to go make a meal. We need to go cook some food. So yeah, we need to put some food. We need to put some food over fire and make it cook and make it, you know, make it sizzle in some oil and some olive oil, some garlic, onions. You know, I go. Anyway, what's next for me in the Virgo? What are his thoughts about that, right? What's next for you in the Virgo? I think it's looking kind of challenged, Corinne. Looking a little bit challenged, You got a couple of challenging cards here. You got the Queen of Swords, Corella DeVille, that is a thing. You got the Seven of Wands, I'm not getting what I need. And then you got the Three of Swords, kind of at least a sort of an argument or things heating up. Basically, I think things heat up quickly in this particular thing. It's almost like the Virgo has some limit. The Virgo has some picky things that they need, right? I'm a Virgo. I understand that. I understand that at all. You know, there's things that need to happen that aren't happening. And I think what happens is they get really picky with you. You get sort of upset with it. And I don't think you want to put up with it for long. It feels like that you and the Virgo have a bit of a spat, right? A bit of a spat where things just don't go well. I think if you just eased up and if you relax, you know, maybe ease up and relax on the Virgo tendencies, I think things will be a lot better. But he doesn't sometimes. He just doesn't. He doesn't at all. And you have that Queen of Swords action where it feels like you're just like, I got to hard line this at this point. I got to hard line it. I got to say, hey, enough is enough. Enough is enough being a damn Virgo. You know, being a damn Virgo is working my last nerves. You need to ease up. I think that's gonna have a knockdown fallout. Is what I think. And that's what I think. Fatine, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. All right, we got the Fatine triple shot. Let's see. Are my family going to move to another house? All right. Let's see what happens with the family. Are we going to move? Queen Famous, welcome. What's going on, Queen Famous? All right, the family going to move to another house. Death, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups says no. They're going to kind of stick with. They're going to stick with it. They're going to stick with what they have. I mean, I don't think they're going to move. No, I don't see any movement cards here. I got a Queen of Cups. I'm content. I'm happy. I kind of familiar with the neighborhood. I know the neighbors. Death, I'd love some change. But it's just not something that I'm going to reach out and do. Not something that I'm going to reach out and handle. It's something to reach out and do. Ace of Cups, though, right? It feels like that we have an incentive to move. We have a reason to move. We're kind of looking at moving, but I don't think that we are actually moving. Fatine, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see. What are the last intentions Omar thought of me? Let's find out about Omar and what their intentions are going to be. What their intentions are going to be. I mean, Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups. It feels like they're ready to move on. It feels like they're not stuck on anything. They're mobile. They're mobile. They're not stuck on anything. It feels like they're willing to, move on. Eight of Wands into the Page of Cups. I'm not content. I'm not happy with anything as far as sort of the connection, and I'm willing to sort of move on, right? I'm willing to move on. I'm willing to sort of wait. I'm willing to sort of get in movement. It doesn't feel like that they're stuck right now or they're sort of just obsessed or anything like that. It just feels like that they're ready to move. They're ready to move on. Why Omar doesn't want to think of me today? All right. Omar may be busy. We just saw that Omar may be ready to move on. Omar may be in that mode of, hey, there may be something else that I need to focus on, something else I need to concentrate on or whatnot. You see the Emperor with the Four of Wands? I kind of like it. It seems that Omar wants stability right now. It seems to be the priority. Omar wants stability. Omar wants a focus. Omar wants things the way Omar wants it. A lot of times that could be a level of stability that we're not willing to have. We're not ready to have right now. Does it make sense? And a lot of times that could be something that we're sort of stuck with, basically. Anyway, but yeah, they don't want to think of you today. If they don't want to think of you today, it's because they want something steady. They want something reliable. They want something that they can sort of dive in and go with the Four of Wands. I want a happy home. I want to build a new home and all this other stuff in the Emperor. I think Omar really wants to micromanage you. I mean, I think Omar really wants to micromanage you at some point, but I mean, that just seems to be the case. Anyway, Giovanni wants to know, will I be successful with my Leo? Is the Leo going to be successful? Is the Leo going to be an opportunity that I can rely on? Let's find out about the Leo action. Six of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Absolutely. You got a thumbs up over here. This is a beautiful read. It really is a beautiful read. You got the Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory, the Lord of Success, right? The Lord of Victory says we will be successful. That's literally what you asked. This is the victory, the success card. This is where people are just hailing the person as being victorious. You got the Ten of Cups, the happy home, happy family, as far as a connection with this particular person. That is fantastic. And you have the Knight of Cups, Mr. Romance, right? This is something that both people want. You are willing to sort of leap in, willing to go for it. I think that is an absolute success thing. And the last reading of the night, we got, is Omar in love with somebody else? Is Omar in love with someone else? Is Omar knocking boots with someone else? Let's find out. Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. I don't think so. We're going with a thumbs down on here. Why? The main problem is the Four of Cups. People are interested in Omar that Omar doesn't like. Omar doesn't like. Fatine, I'm going to have to get your last reading tomorrow. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. But listen, the last reading right now is where Fatine is Omar in love with another girl. I say no. Four of Cups. I think they are getting offers. I think they are getting some smiles, some, open conversations with people. They just don't want it. Four of Cups. I'm kind of in the alone. I'm not getting things that I want. Seven of Pentacles. If I'm going to work on a relationship, Omar says, if I'm going to work on a relationship, I want it to be something substantial. I want it to mean something. I don't want some hookup, or I don't want something like that. So I don't think that they're in love with anyone right now. And the Six of Swords, they're in for the long game. If they have to wait, right? If they have to wait, I think that is going to be there. That is going to be there. Anyway, that is it for me. Thank you again for being here tonight. I appreciate that. Fatine, we'll get your other reading tomorrow night. We need to go and cook some food. Thank you all. I will see you tomorrow night.